always been kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel in the group stages, and now going 3-1 and looking incredible. So as much as MIBR have faltered a little bit, what that tells me is that W7M are getting better, you know, and you can't rest on your laurels. You've got to keep working at it.
Oh, well, here we go. Diving into the South American game here on the ESL Impact Season 3. I'm ready to cast some South American Counter-Strike like I was yesterday. They like to play aggressive. They like to play fast. See how MIBR respond to FURIA's dominance so far against them as we dive into the pistol.
Looks like it's going to be an apt hit with a little bit of damage done. That's going to force Car to have to pull back. And that's a bit of space given over, but MIBR haven't committed to anything.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out where exactly some of these players are. And that early nade damage does a lot, but there's going to be a lot of aggression towards this mid position. GaBi's going to go down, doesn't find a single kill. Or single point of damage on the opposition. Holding out towards CT is going to be Boko. Looking going for this kill. Is going to be able to find them as they're going to be having the back turn against the gabs. Joins in saying, hey, let me get some kills. The Julies find one. And that finds the trade-off, but she hasn't got the bomb. Sam, I mean, I'm kind of gobsmacked as to what happened in that CT spawn. So there is a chance we can see this player come in for the clutch. Headshot does come out. Doesn't want us to be countering off too early. Talking about, well, there's chickens there. Use an idiom from them is don't count your eggs too early. See if she can do this. There is a smoke on her. I think she might have picked it up. Maybe not. She goes down. Gabs gets the kill. I am, like I said, gobsmacked.
That is not the expression. I mean, it was close, but that wasn't it.
Whatever.
Don't count your chickens before they hatched. I was a little sad. I was like, Yadina, 2K. What? There's 2 players left. It's doable, and then it wasn't.
I was thinking of like because I spent some time on a farm, and one of the things it was essentially if you go out to go and pick up all your eggs, if you count them whilst you're walking back, there's a chance you may trip over and lose it. I don't know. It's probably a very small thing. I know. I think it was just a joke on obviously the real saying, but
all I've got from that is you are now Farmer Tom.
Aye. A little bit of time, you know, but I'm still lost for words for that last round. Obviously, this is a little bit of a throwaway round. FURIA does manage to find one. Should be the only one they get.
I did love those scout picks. Those were very clean. Like, obviously, you're coming up against pistols, but you still have to hit your shots. It's not like someone having a pistol makes them easier to hit. So those were 2 nice, clean shots. And then, of course, Gabs will do the last little bit of cleanup as well. Second round on the board here for FURIA. All right, MIBR, you haven't had any bomb plants. Now you're going to come into this with a full force. There's 1 Galil on the table and a decent amount of utility. Let's see if this banana push yields results.
Lots of damage going to be coming out. The molly and the MP9 is going to be coming out in fury. They say.
Haha.
Okay, he's picked up. Glad you appreciated that. You know, Hedge is not here. I gotta bring in the puns at some point. There you go. Slow down, and I'm not too surprised after the MP9 getting a kill and one of the players getting burnt alive. It's really not what you want to see on the board when you're jumping into this match. Good banana control coming out. GaBi with the molly is going to be burning Regina down heavily. Backing off, giving up some of the space, but we've got 55 seconds left.
Still kind of hovering in that banana position as well. Tried to deny a little bit of information, but FURIA has some really good positioning here. So the ability to pivot is there. But if MIBR execute onto B, which it looks like they are going to do, FURIA could become overrun. Those few players that are there on the site. So this is going to have to be very coordinated.
Have to be on point here. The spray comes out, but it's going to be missing everything aside from a single shot that glances off one of the players. GaBi loses a head, and MIBR make sure that this round has legs. And they're looking to try and run away with this. Get the first round on the board, get a conversion. Deny FURIA the bonus round, but it's not over yet. FURIA an absolute beast of a team. Looking to clean out Banana. Once they know this, they should have a solid idea who all these players are. The last issue will be remain over towards Church, and they're going to solve that by chucking over a smoke. Good sideline prevention as they push on. FURIA going to be able to find one of the kill. Going for the second one as well. Going for the third. Couldn't quite get it. Now it's going to be kaahSENSEI. Last one left alive. Trying to go in for the kills, but didn't really matter. The bomb was going off, and that's a good round from MIBR, but they do lose all their guns.
Yeah, that's a bit of a rough turn of events towards the end of the round there, but at least they did manage to get around on the board. And all things considered, that was a pretty good execute. The fact that they get onto the site with all 3 players alive, really well played. And then a great post plant as well. Obviously some slight heroics there, but it works out really well. They're able to shut down the attempt at a retake from FURIA, and that site is theirs. It's going to take a little bit more than that though. FURIA in a bit of a tight spot economically, so MIBR could pivot off of that.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I have a scary feeling that they're going to end up losing this round, and economically, MIBR are going to be absolutely screwed. Either one going to be screwed, but either way, izaa's going to be pushing in. MP9 at that distance. It's going to be huge. Finds one going for the second one as well. Just like lambs to the slaughter. Absolutely brutal. Deagle in hand as well. Misses the shots, but information play is huge.
That well-timed nade, the MP9 follow-up. And now they have a player advantage. MIBR, I don't think they really know what just hit them. Only 3 players left alive. They're heading towards this A site, which is pretty heavily fortified. They're going to need at least 1 opening kill if they want to get onto the site.
That could happen. They've all got glills. Decent amount of utility as well. 3v3 on a site take. Could be spicy. They are taking a bit of a risk going over towards this long position. They blindly push through that smoke. Oh, they have been red though. Mollies and smokes are going out, so they're going to be trying to cut off that B side. Pushing on over. Gabs has the number called in. She's going to be dialing it in. She's taking 2. Looking to try and add another one to a quick dial, but she's going to be running away and deciding that she's not going to add herself to the list there. But unfortunately, she does look away just in time. Gets the spray. 8 seconds left on the clock. She dies now. That's $0 in the bank for her. She has to stay alive after time. Backing herself under this second mid balcony.
There you go. She manages to survive. But as you said, losing that round has pretty much broken the economy. So there's going to be the 1 hero, Galil, trying to get something to happen. And that exit kill was Kiza's first kill of the round. Oh, MIBR having a tough night. Just taking a look like kind of across the board here. FURIA have just not let them play the game. Gabs has been phenomenal. It really feels like she's all over the place. She's like everywhere all at once. Everything and everywhere all at once. There's like a movie. Yeah, that's Gabs.
I'm not seeing it yet. Oh, FURIA through the wall with the Glock. That is hilarious.
Oh my.
MP9 going to be doing solid work. Decent kill, but I don't think they're going to be able to convert it into too much more. Keys are already going to be heavily tagged down, so 16 HP, it's not what you want. Losing that Glock. Oh, I mean, I said Glock, Galil. The Glock is on this player, and we did see one of them get the wall bang with it, or at least a tiny bit of damage. MIBR managed to get the 1 round, but unable to try and convert that. Headshot comes out. A solid shot, good at aiming, but unfortunately unable to convert it.
Yeah, Yadina lost one alive again in that one, but as you said, not able to connect any of those shots. Unfortunate, but FURIA just continue to increase their lead round after round. Now, Kaah picked up that AWP. And this is where things could start to get even worse for MIBR. They're forcing into this round as well. Is the one upgraded pistol there along with the rest of the rifle. So we'll see if that is the can opener they need it to be.
I might be able to find this player. She managed to duck away just in time. Dodges the AWP bullet. Very molly. Good decision. China able to find one. Looking to go in for the second one. izaa drops, but not for like no avail. GaBi does get the trade-off. Still going to be putting them in a bit of a difficult situation with only 4 CTs left standing at the moment. Gabs over towards, well, just sitting underneath balcony at the moment with Boker on site. Long is going to be held by kaah with the AWP. So GaBi's left hand handling the B side by herself. Do you think there's going to be a B hit? Looks like it.
Yeah, very likely. And there is a nice little rotation coming through as well. kaah coming to back her up. Good position for that AWP to be in. You don't need to be weary of this utility that's going to come through, though. Or not.
What? izaa gets sent back in and going in for the second one. Too greedy. Gets denied. Oh, come on. That's a simple, basic thing. You got to get that sorted. Those kind of mistakes can cost you rounds. Luckily, it's not too much of an issue, especially when you have banana held so tightly. Gabs goes down. Boker, last player left alive. And B9 in hand. No kills on the board so far this round. Might as well go in for the play. She's got 5k in the bank. She wants to try and do as much damage to the economy as possible. So if you can find a single kill, it'd be great. Unfortunately, I think she's going to be about to be wasted. 10 HP. Can't survive the bomb. So just trying to hold this angle, going in for the early damage. And, well, AWP picked up. That's a solid round from MIBR.
Honestly, that was a really good execute from MIBR, despite the fact that FURIA gets that opening kill. And kaah goes for the re-peek, and it doesn't work out, unfortunately. But they're able to overrun the site quite quickly. And after kaah goes down, there's only one player on site. The rest of FURIA need to rotate all the way from the A site. And that's what can make this map a touch difficult at times. Those rotations for the CT side can be so painful. And you have to be so quick on the draw and a fast execute. If you're not on top of your game while anchoring site, that could just be the end of the line. And MIBR use that to their advantage. kaah is going to reinvest into... Oh my, get out! Get out!
Absolutely fantastic. That's the second round in a row. She's got a disgusting shot, talking of which, Gabs onto FURIA. Just head on with her in towards apartments. GaBi delays and denies China's ability to be able to try and create an access point towards the B site through banana. There's actually 3 other CTs just sitting there begging for some action to come on over. They want to try and take this fight. They want more kills, and it's going to be in kaah's favor. That run boost from herself was absolutely beautiful. She got solid movement, and this is why FURIA have an upper edge.
kaah's reflexes are so good. She's such a pleasure to watch. 3 AWP kills in that round. The first one randomly through a smoke. She's got no sight there. She doesn't know anything, but she's got a suspicion. And of course, follows it up with these 2 kills here. Down banana. Absolute star player. I say that. Gabs is at 12-2. So if anybody is the star player, it's probably Gabs. But you know, AWPs are flashy, so we talk about those.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to click, so maybe not as hard to play with, but these Tech 9s going to absolutely obliterate the B defense. Boker's going to be last one left alive. The Pramis managed to find one, but unfortunately, I'm going to have the opportunity to be able to find those extra kills. The bomb hadn't made it across. This is an... Oh, that was so close, but izaa already made it across. That was unfortunate timing. She got CSGO'd, but Gabs... I mean, you called her out for being one of the potential highlights, and I mean, 12-2 on the board right now. I can see why. And she's going to be able to pick up a rifle in a moment. Oh, no, they are blown away. So she's going to have to try and push backwards. Maybe try and save the AWP. Find a kill into her church first. Checking around the corners. Kill comes through, but she gets a bit too careless. And China, full toxic there, just shooting the body. I love it.
That was these rounds have been really strange, I'll be honest. They feel very, like, chaotic. And that round as well, right? Like, MIBR, they start executing in onto B. FURIA's just start to crumple again. And it's like, one round, FURIA have this super kind of dug their heels in defense. And then the next round, MIBR just kind of roll over them. Feeling a little inconsistent, a little weird on both sides, obviously. MIBR sometimes gaining the ground they need, sometimes not managing to find that. So One of these teams is going to have to start getting a little bit more consistent here. But FURIA back down onto pistols. I mean, MIBR have them exactly where they want them.
A bit of a chokehold on them. See if they can continue that, though. Well, if we have a look at the lineup on the MIBR, I mean, who's been impressing you so far this game?
You mean specifically on MIBR?
Yeah.
Okay. Yadina.
Yadina, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't really had as many opportunities to shine here because FURIA have been consistently shutting them down. But in those moments, she has kind of stepped up. Now she has the AWP in her hands as well. This is where she really shines. So this is where we're going to need to see those flashy plays come out. And obviously, if she loses the AWP here, she's just going to gift it the car. So there's going to need to be a lot of careful play.
Well, P250, she could do... Well, she's making a lot of noise. That's an interesting strat. I mean, she's just literally giving away everything, and she pushes a short. I'm very confused as to why she made that movement.
I would use the term strat loosely.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a strat. I was definitely using that, you know, sarcastically, because there was nothing really like strategy based about that. But you know what? Pistols coming through, managed to find 2 kills. That's an upgraded rifle, and 2 of the players is in cars. Even if they decide not to play against this, which they will, they have no reason not to. They've got currently round advantage, and they have money in the bank to be able to buy next round if they want. So they're going to be playing aggressive. They want to make this a costly round. It's a smart play. GaBi is going to be pushing in first, gives away one of the players. Fuzzy with the second. They're going to be falling like flies, but is going to be able to do a decent amount of damage. Finds one, looking to go in for the second one as well. Finds it now. 10 bullets left. Looking to try and find this final kill. Unable to. Fuzzy gets the kill and should survive here. Yeah.
So close. I mean, given that that was an eco round for FURIA and they took away 5 of MIBR's guns, that is nuts. And like you said, right, they had 3 players left alive. They could have left it alone. They could have saved those rifles, but they have the money to reinvest. So does MIBR. But we're getting to kind of a knife's edge point here. Obviously, FURIA are still on that knife's edge because they're still losing rounds. But MIBR are also getting dangerously close there. If FURIA can win this one, then they start to break that bank a bit. Oh my god, Yadina.
Well, trying to splash out. Unfortunately, it wasn't her teammates who do end up falling to the A4 there. Absolutely beautiful. And MIBR just falling like dominoes. If you look at their economy here, Sam, I mean, that previous round, FURIA did exactly what they wanted to do. Only allowing 1 player to survive has just decimated what was left in the bank.
The chaos rounds just keep rolling at this point. This is another one, you know? Instantly, 2 players from MIBR drop, the 3rd to follow. And when things start to stabilize, there's not much left in the round. And I know that the South American region are pretty notorious for their very fast plays. They play a much faster CS than a lot of the other regions, but sometimes that can be to their detriment. I'd like to see MIBR slow down a little bit, bait out some of that FURIA utility, and then try to re-aggress in. Now, as it stands, obviously, they're forced to save, so they're going to be holding on to these rifles, the armor, that little bit of utility. Into the next round, they're not going to have terribly much money to spend, so it is going to be a rough one. But maybe in 2 or 3 rounds, when they have a full buy again, they can then start to rethink their approaches to these rounds, because these incredibly fast hits, this is FURIA. They're expecting that, and they've basically perfected it. So MIBR need to do something different if they want to turn things back in their favor.
So they force up into this round. I mean, looking at their economy, they have 2 players that can barely buy anything, but 2 rifles and a decent amount of utility.
Yeah, it's going to be a very weak force.
Mm.
Okay, Yadina with the scout. That's risky, but it could pay off in the long term. Mac 10 as well, so Kiza could potentially get some damage on that. Bye-bye, Yadina. Thank you for playing.
Solid first kill. She did get that scout, which we were excited to see her play. Oh, God. China goes down. That's a rifle out of play. It's recoverable. He's potentially pick it up, although I think she's having second thoughts about it. She'd have to run down into the danger zone, which you don't really want to do. He's just playing for information at the moment. You can see that sort of slight slit in the area in front of her. She's watching for information. It's important for them to take this area. They can get an upgraded rifle here for kaahSENSEI. Maybe some utility. I'm not there. I think that was an extra flash from what I'm saying. We've got 3 smokes, which is going to be needed. Don't think they even try and go for this. That is fantastic use of utility right now. But if they decide to go for the boost here, that would kind of bypass some of it if they made for the jump. But the money's now gone out. They've waited patiently, seeing if they can get any kills. But the longer they wait, the less likely they have been able to clutch this, because FURIA are fantastic at being able to apply the pressure and being able to do these retakes. Smoke goes out. It's already been countered. The extra smokes and being able to drop those at the start of the round for your team is just so huge on the CT side. And that's a save.
Oh, 2 saves in a row. This map has not been going well for MIBR. And they slowed things down towards the end of the round, but after losing players so early, I don't know if Yadina egoing Ka with a scout was the best play. If she had an AWP, she probably wins that duel. Like, she did a ton of damage onto Ka, body shot, but it wasn't enough. So to try to take that fight with the scout is going to be tough. And it doesn't actually work out, sadly. Now we see a timeout coming through as well for MIBR. You need to regroup, reassess the situation. Again, cash, not great. Bringing those 3 rifles from the previous round, great. You know, you got that going for you, but you're going to have to reinvest. Definitely need some utility. If China and Yadina upgrade, I will be pretty surprised. Although the rest have bought down to near nothing. So we might still see that happen, particularly because in the next round, they'll be on like 4 loss streaks. So that's still not a ton of cash. We'll see. We'll see. They're in a really tight spot, I think, is the most obvious thing I've said tonight.
I mean, you know what? They're at least getting some rounds of the board. So 4 rounds. Maybe with South American teams, it's not enough, but they're so far getting more. They've got more rounds on the board. Oh my God, that aggressive play down mid is exactly what I expect from these teams. That nade to follow up as well. Doesn't do too much. We do see China end up dying, but trade after death because GaBi was stuck in the fire. It's unfortunate.
These rounds just feel like copy pastes. MIBR lose 2 players, they slow down, and eventually they save. But now they can't. There's no point. They have to push this.
Is going to be put under a lot of pressure here. Solo over towards B has used as much delay in tactics as possible when her teammates are not rotated. Gonna have to go in for the retake, but maybe not. What a fantastic denial. Kills 2 of the players, leaving 1. Not a single piece of utility. Not even the bomb. It's been dropped towards CT. Oh God. I was questioning the decision of just having 1 player over there, but apparently that doesn't matter. Absolutely fantastic job.
That was so funny. Like, you're saying, oh, her teammates aren't rotating, and then she gets 2 kills. And you know that video of, like, the cat where they put a flower on its head and it just, like, sinks into itself? That was kind of me as she gets those 2 kills. I'm like, all right, cool, fair enough. Doesn't get the 3rd, unfortunately, but ultimately, she does what she needed to do. Shut down the site. 1 player left on MIBR. Easy cleanup for FURIA. And, of course, Carl will get the last shot there. This has just been a clinic from FURIA. And again, this is MIBR's map pick. So losing this does not bode well. Concern mounting. As again, they're back down onto upgraded pistols. Very little that they'll be able to utilize into this round. The fast approaches haven't been working. The slower approaches haven't been working. And it just feels like whatever they try, FURIA have their number, just have the read on anything they're trying to attempt. Oh, seems we may have a little bit of a tech pause coming through here. So do bear with us, folks. But Tom, what do you think? What do you think? Okay, I normally the color, so I'm going to put you on the spot. What do you think MIBR need to do here?
They need to be a little bit more confident in how they play. And that's the main thing I'd say that they can do potentially in the moment. But overall, the issue is that they are just being outplayed. There's multiple instances where FURIA are just putting themselves in the right spot at the right time. And that's not down to luck. That's down to the fact that they practiced it. They've gone into these positions like, okay, well, if you get pushed like this, we need to make sure we make the calls, going for the rotation, switch it around. In that last one, I thought they were falling apart and being like, okay, well, they're going to have to go in for the retake. That's a little bit over dangerous and over eager. But they also had the confidence in their player. And I don't quite get that feeling from MIBR. I feel like they're a bit shaken. And versus FURIA, it's going to be difficult, especially with a couple of mistakes I have been noticing from MIBR's side.
Just a quick thing. So Inferno, when they played this previously, the score was 11-4 at the half. So looking like we could have that all over again. And then MIBR were only able to get one round on their CT side, as FURIA just absolutely dominated their way through it. We are getting ever closer to the half. So I think that MIBR are starting to really feel the heat, feel the pressure. We did notice that they were only going to have upgraded pistols into this round. I'm not too sure. I'd love to see MIBR doing better. I'd love to see them putting up a solid fight. But today just might not be that day.
Yeah, I think they're going to be struggling massively going into it. And Mirage as well. One thing I could say throughout this whole season of Impact is that unless you're super confident on Mirage, like, say, two examples come to mind. CLG Red and, well, FURIA, don't let that map in. These teams need to expand their map pool outside of, especially MIBR. It's obviously too late in the day for them to expand during the league, but they came into this league knowing that FURIA obviously like those maps. So I think they needed to expand their map pool, and that's definitely limitations I've seen across the board.
And that was kind of what I was saying a little bit earlier on. You know, I was expecting that after such a dominant one-sided performance earlier on in the season, that maybe you would see a change up in the veto, and it just wasn't to be the case. And now they're paying for that mistake, right? Only 2 rounds left in this half. It seems unlikely that MIBR are going to be able to nab even one of them.
Oh, so if they're able to bet another round on the board, it would be huge. Would beat their previous scoreline. Gabs, decent use of that utility, but going to have to hit the shots first of all. She's going to be missing them. The flash comes out. She falls. AWP from Long gets one, but Odina going in for the trade is going to be back and forth, left and right. Now Long is still under control of FURIA. The bomb is going down. Being planted. There's a rifle in their hands. A little bit of damage going out, but it's going to be GaBi sneaking up behind them. 3 players on site. This is going to be dangerous. All they've got is a pistol holding that angle, but never mind. That's going to get put off position as well. The Tech 9 is going to be pushing over towards Long. He's going to be falling. Almost out of bullets. GaBi has to reload. Picks up the gun with no bullets, and, well, is going to go down.
It was such a good start to the round for MIBR. I love that pincer. They come in onto the site from 2 different angles. Kaah's scoped in, so after getting a kill, she's instantly shut down. They overrun the site. They take control of it. And they just can't hold on to it. And that is absolutely devastating. Okay, a lot of it comes down to GaBi here, of course, getting this beautiful 2-piece for herself. But it just wasn't enough for poor MIBR. So close in that one. Now, last round in the half. Last full buy in this half. Yadina's got an AWP in her hands. Last chance Saloon to do something.
Kaah is begging them to. She wants to take another shot, and she goes for a blind shot. I can appreciate it, but no one is actually going for the early peek. They used to have the solid information that an AWP player was playing there. Still is, actually. She's just pushing through the smoke. At least through one of the smokes. Gonna be holding this off angle. I don't think China's gonna realize she's gonna be on this position. It's such an odd position to be in as an AWP, just playing solo B. Super aggressive. She does miss that player, but China is gonna be able to back off. That Molly gonna be keeping the AWP at bay, but for how long? Long enough, because A is now gonna be under attack. Poker in towards Pit is gonna get burnt alive. Never mind. She threw a Molly of her own. Managed to find a kill as well. Is just looking to go ham over it with the Famis. Unable to hit the shots though. China finds one. GaBi goes falling. FURIA as well to play near Graveyard. 2 players holding this. Got Car coming up from behind as well. Limited amount of time. 40 seconds on the clock. Smoke goes down. That means they can at least get some of the players crossing. The gab's going to be using it to her advantage. Takes down Udina. Good information. Now MIBR realizes there's a secondary player in towards Pit. FURIA takes down Boca. She goes down. Maybe they don't clock onto this. Maybe they don't quite realize. Headshot comes through. FURIA goes down. 2v2. Bomb is planted. Nade is landed, but it only does a point of damage there. So on this angle, can't quite go up against this player. The AWP going to be too good. 1v2 China. Absolutely slapped in gabs, getting a 16th kill on the board.
Ka is nuts. The crouch, swing, peek, and she's able to get the shot. And again, MIBR, these post plants, they finally get into the rhythm of, you know, being able to create space, get in onto the site, get the bomb down. So they start to get that part right. And now it's the post plants that are falling apart. Also, it was not the last round and a half. And this is why we don't do maths on stream. This is the last round and a half.
Well, you said, well, actually, to be fair to you, you said it was last, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They are able to fully buy into this, so.
Yeah. Maths is not my strong suit.
Well, GaBi pushing down mid is her strong suit. She finds one, eventually gets traded out by Car. Was actually managed to find those two. It wasn't actually that player. She tried her best. Bless her soul. Bless her cotton socks, as it were. Udina of the AWP. It's a bit of vengeance. 3 of them. It's a 3v3, but my bet's on FURIA at the moment. Last round of the half, peeking up. Gabs has the opportunity. Is she going to be able to survive it? No, Udina just absolutely strong right now. Doing a solid job. Here's a Boca going to be pushing down, trying to go in for the retake scenario. No saving on this round. It's the last one. FURIA, good position and happens to turn around. The right moment. Now Boca just stands no chance. Last round of the half, it's going to be 10-5. MIBR going to be able to get the 5th round on the board earlier on. And well, we're going to go to a quick break. We'll see you guys in a couple of moments.
The brakes, draw back. Paddock on my wrist, I'ma hit him with a drip drip. They gon' pay the VIP to get a pic with me. I'm a star. Brand new keys to the car. I'm the boss and the king and the czar. Got him so high, so addicted. Telling me I'm the only queen of his heart. Guess I let you co-star. Gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the sauce overflow. Yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no razor toast to the goal. Got the sauce overflow, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no razor toast to the goal, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma be the best. You can bet I got the recipe. Mastermind, creator of this high vibe energy. Only thing I'm loyal to is building a legacy. So quit testing me. Lot of commas in the bank, I'm a provider. Tell the amateurs stay in they lane, ain't no outsider. be the best. Always thought I could walk through fire, blow up the storm and see the light, yeah. I told my friends that I could run on water, and they said nobody can. They'll see me flying through the sky, yeah. Play hide and seek behind the clouds. I show my friends that I'm not scared of dreaming, and I'll do that again over and over.
Welcome back, everyone. It's FURIA versus MIBR, and so far, so expected. A 10-5 half in favor of FURIA on MIBR's map pick. MIBR have managed to better the score they had the last time they came up against this team on this map, only by 1 point, however. Now on their CT side, this is where they need to make change happen, and it all starts with this pistol round.
See if we can start off with a bang. He's with the USP. Looking down towards his mid position, unable to hit the shots. Trying to be going on an exploratory mission. Finds one, Boca Falls. He's going to have to try and find herself out of this hot water. But he's going to be able to get another kill. Going in for the third as well. But turns around to her demise, potentially. Dancing around the bullets. Eventually going to get found. GaBi finds izaa as well. This opens up this site completely. So there's going to be 3 players from MIBR turning and running. The bomb is still in the underpass, having to make its way up through apartments now. This is a massive delay. They had such an advantage, but unfortunately it's diminished. They can still get the bomb down. So we're going to be dependent on this Udina with that fantastic shot advantage on their side. No defuse kit that I know of. And that smoke going out as well. They didn't play it aggressive enough, and now they're going to suffer for it. The bomb is going to be getting planted. There's no denial of that. Don't think, oh, maybe they can turn around the corner in time. They can't, but they do get the planter. Fortunately, I think that might be the biggest issue for them because the money is going to be in the bank. GaBi looking to go for the clutch, unable to get it. But honestly, the bomb going down is the biggest issue there for them.
Yeah, it's going to put some cash into FURIA's hands. As much as FURIA didn't win the round, they're going to be able to force in pretty decently into this next round. But at least with MIBR having won the round, that's the first step that they need to try and turn things back around in their favor. Of course, they themselves will obviously have a bit of cash thanks to winning not the round, so maybe they'll be able to put up a decent fight. Time will tell. Of course, it will depend on what these buys are going to look like. I've got a fair idea, given historic, what normally happens. And yeah, this is... okay. FURIA putting a lot more into utility, which I think isn't the worst idea in the world. If they can get this early banana control, could be the swing they need.
They're going to be pushing down. China going to be missing a lot of bullets. Eventually going to be all into the Galil. He's going to be completely blinded. He's around the corner of the MP9 in hand. Unfortunately, falls. Headshot doesn't do enough damage. Very lackluster. China playing a dangerous game at the start there. Boco as well. Rather. Goes down. izaa. Her fall in really open up an opportunity here for FURIA to carry on this push. GaBi chucks out that flash, and that flash actually covers 2 of the players massively. This is a massive delay coming up from behind. Udina gets the kill. A little bit of team damage going to be coming out. FURIA eventually falls. They may well have had that in the bag. That smoke might delay the inevitable. Having the A4 is going to be crucial. Gina doesn't know that this player is. It goes for the peak. Gets the swing. And now it's going to be izaa. The player who took the headshot from izaa very early on is now going to be the last one standing. I don't think they know where she is. Or if they do, they don't care. They're going to allow her to go back down towards banana and go for the bomb pickup. It's an interesting play. I mean, I'll give you that. And she's just kind of thanking them at this point. She
could just plant for free.
Yeah, she heard the rotation through top mid. Because there is a sound cue you can hear there if you're in the right spot. So bomb does go down. Oh, first headshot comes out. If she clutches this is going to be an embarrassment. 9 HP, going in for the shots, the nade. It lands, but it only does 1 point of damage. She's still alive, peeks around the corner, loses the chance. MIBR, that was far too close for comfort. You had her pushed into a corner, and you let her get the bomb.
A part of me was going, win that clutch. Do it, girl. 9 HP in a dream. But no, not to be. Also, I would have wanted her to win it just to kind of punish that weird decision from MIBR. It's one of those things where, like, yeah, like, you have to, sometimes mistakes need to be punished so that you can learn that it was a mistake. I think that it's always tough in that position, though. You're not 100% sure. Maybe they expected her to push down Banana and rotate back towards A, right? So they made the wrong call, but they didn't have all of the information. Fair enough. They've managed to bring their scoreline up to 7. This is a really good performance, all things considered, and they're not really showing signs of slowing down just yet.
Showing some promise. It's not good enough yet. There are still mistakes. We just saw it there. I mean, it was definitely a bit of a strat to try and do that, but the sound cue giving away the rotation allowed the bomb to go down and also opened it up for the retake. I just have to repeat it. I think that needed to get punished. Carp going in for the peak. Oh, absolutely obliterated from 2 angles there. For the CT, he's going to be holding this position. Gabs going to be looking to try and create an opening. Going to get denied it. It's wasted smoke. You're just coaxing these the utility out. Still early doors on this map, but they have managed to get a couple of rounds to the board, and that is what matters. kaahSENSEI, only City alive over towards the B site. Smoke is going to delay them, but only for another 7 seconds or so. My math is correct. Udina does spot another player. That might bait them in. No, secondary smoke goes down. This does give information out towards MIBR. Sorry, FURIA. But they at least know there was either a secondary smoke or there's a secondary player. Broken pushes through. Going to get absolutely obliterated through the smoke via Regina. They have still made their way over towards the site. The bomb has not yet gone into the boost. This is massive. The wall, the smoke bang comes through from both sides. The bomb does get dropped, but it can get recovered. Retake is in play now. Bomb goes down once again on the 7th seconds, pretty much. That smoke is huge. That allows them to play around. There's a player coming in from Banana. China once as well. izaa doesn't get a chance. Gabs just mows him down from her shoulder. Now China left in a 1v2. They have no idea where she's going to be coming from. She just made steps. She's making a lot of sound here. Well, honestly, this is not going to be going in her favor. She's going to have to hit some mad shots, and I just don't see it happening. No.
Yeah, unfortunately, not to be. MIBR looked pretty good, all things considered. But unfortunately, towards the end there, that defense just started to fall apart a little bit. It was a really good recovery from FURIA, I felt like. MIBR did a lot to really whittle away some of those forces. And of course, that little spray down outside of the church was also fantastic from Gabs. If she doesn't get those 2 shots there, very likely another MIBR round. The FURIA wrest things back into their control. MIBR back down onto upgraded pistols. Not the spot they wanted to be in. And FURIA looking to shut it down.
Hey, you know, they're doing better than they were, which is incredibly hard. Their T sign was underwhelming. The rounds they did manage to get were questionable some of the times. But they have shown a little bit of hope, and that's what I like to see. And it's an improvement compared to their previous one. And they've managed to get a kill there on GaBi. No recovery of the weapon. Definitely interesting to see what they try to do going into this next round. Because if you have a look at their economy, it's just going to be absolutely disgusting.
That weapon is recoverable as well. You have to play so carefully. You never know if somebody's going to swing around a corner and punish you. Udina on the hunt for exits. Nope, denied.
She will be the exit.
Indeed. And that's 12 rounds on the board here for FURIA. Like, So we definitely need to just kind of point out that MIBR are doing better than they have previously. Yes, it's still pretty one-sided, but you can see that there's been growth and development. They're slowly starting to make those changes that we need to see. And that's great. We love that. That's kind of the point of all of this. Everyone improves, everyone gets better over time. But right now, still not quite in a position to put up much of a fight against FURIA. Especially now. They got the one MAC-10 saved over from the previous round. Oh, so little to use. Oh, that was nasty.
FURIA just getting absolutely destroyed. There's not much I expect. China, ooh, with the double kill. Maybe I called a little bit too early there, but hey, yeah. Might be able to recover a rifle here. No, they can't. Maybe a secondary one as well. If you're trying to, you don't want to be giving away your position too early, but she reloaded, it gave it away, and unfortunately they go down without a single, single gun saved over.
Turning into a little bit of a theme. MIBR has struggled to hold on to their weapons, and of course the consequence of that means that they are struggling to hold on to any of that cash. Now they're forcing in again. Yadina going full glass cannon. So no armor available for her. One flash that she could possibly play off of, along with that AWP. Gotta make it sing. Gotta make something happen here.
AWP, I mean... It's going to be a difficult one. This utility's going to be coming through, but she reads them like a book, peeks around the corner, gets that initial kill. Investment so far working out. She may well get picked out. Gabs. Oh, goes in for the shot through the smoke. FURIA takes one to the chest. Still surviving. If that had been a headshot, that would have been absolutely abysmal. You're going to be playing aggressive again. Oh, my shoulder gets shot at, but no damage. Comes out. It was hurt by something. I'm not quite sure what. It's over towards B's. I imagine it was a grenade. Potentially some shots through the smoke as well. Trying to hold this angle, seeing if anyone's going to be coming out. She needs to smoke it now if she's going to at all, but it's going to be too late. Izaa going to be pushing up. Smokes are going to be coming out from both sides, but Izaa's already closed up with her teammates. Going to be down in towards this barbecue pit, and they're going to get burned alive. Or two of them are anyway, before Voka comes in and cleans up the mess. 2v3. This is possible, Sam.
China had a bit of a rough start to the map, but she has definitely picked up the pace here. Now bomb going down. A little bit of smoke to cover them as they put themselves into a solid position. MIBR going for the retake, and it's Yadina with the first shot onto Bokor. GaBi somehow has to solo hold this.
She might be able to do it. First skill's going to be coming through. Runs out of bullets. Doesn't matter. She's slapped down and killed. AW picked up. AWP, you know, it came in handy. 2 kills. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, my God.
Wait, no. No, not like this. Oh, and FURIA dies as well? How did they not have a kit? Did they start the round with no kits? Did they not pick one up?
Well.
I love that we're both just, like, speechless at that point.
I mean, I'm glad the camera's not on, because I was literally just like, my hands were on my face and just pulling my skin down, so it would have looked very weird. Like, would have shown the whites of my eyes.
I would do that, but I have makeup on, so, you know.
oh no, my makeup's all over my hand. My fake freckles. With the wall bang. Good initial damage. At least the AWP made it through. I guess. I am just recalling by that, but let's move on. Recover from this, because MIBR are going to have to do a lot to do so. That was their potential come-up rounds, and now they're going to have to restart with very little in the bank. That wallbang almost comes through. But it doesn't. There's still a chance. Yadina, kill onto Voka. She switches up, but unfortunately, wait, hang on. Yadina saves her teammate, gets the shot. One hell of an angle, one hell of a save. He's going to be pushing up into the claw, the clutches of the opposition, trying to find the kill, but it's not the one she thought it was. izaa with the trade-off. Now Gabs left in a 1v4. This has been turned on his head. MIBR furious, hungry. And gabs is, well, behind enemy lines. They don't realize she's here. Because if you look at the map here, the mini-map, FURIA, she's holding down that mid position saying, no, it's clear. It's all good, guys. There's 40 seconds on the clock. Gabs would have to run through CT. I mean, if she can manage to get all 3 kills very quickly, then she doesn't have to run, but... Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I'm talking about. She realized, looking at the clock, 27 left on the clock. So at the moment, if she can now play perfectly silently, she might be able to do it, but she can't stop. She has to keep going towards them. If she goes through church, this is over. She's taking too long. First kill, no. That's very unfortunate. Bomb is not recoverable. Very nice attempt. Smart play from Gabs being able to back away from here. She had the timing down on point. Or at least I did as well. I'm glad I was able to work out what was happening there.
I'm just super impressed by the Yadina hero AWP, which it's a phrase I never thought I'd say. And she manages to completely crack open that round. And to be fair, I mean, China pops in there, right? Like, there's a few kills going from the pistols as well. But Yadina opening things up was exactly what they needed. And I'm really impressed that they were able to pivot off of that they were able to stop FURIA from recovering. This is a much more put together MIBR than what we've seen previously.
Yeah, I think the Fury came in from them and really just fueled their ability to be able to get the kills there. They almost got backstabbed. Yadina is born AWP into this round. I think that's crucial. She's just proven how versatile she is with that gun. I am impressed with how well she played with the AWP in that last round. She saved one of her teammates' lives. And honestly, I thought that was going in a completely different direction. Gabs and GaBi are going to be pushing up towards long. Shots with the smoke. Actually managed to find a target as well. kaahSENSEI through in towards CT, falls unable to get her aim on point. Car falls, goes down. It's going to leave 2 players left standing. The bomb separated from her teammate. FURIA, perfect angle, takes down the player. Now they know GaBi, of course, is stuck over towards CT position. Really good position in here from MIBR. This is a different team to what I've seen tonight.
They're almost at double digits. I mean, this is probably one of their best performances that they've had against FURIA. This is looking so much better. I know we gave them a lot of flack in the first half, and with good reason. I mean, it looked very weak, but this CT side has been incredibly strong, all things considered. FURIA have only managed to pick up 4 rounds. MIBR are on a little bit of a tear here.
And one of those rounds was a massive mistake from MIBR, so that does say a lot.
Yeah.
And this should be another round in the bag for MIBR. I mean, if it's not, then I'd be very concerned with what I've seen tonight. I wouldn't say never say never. It's still possible. Very, very unlikely with what's happening right now. These Glocks unable to find their target. Really good, really clean round. Only sustaining 11 points of damage on FURIA.
Double digits. MIBR, I don't know. Might see a potential overtime. Maybe even a map win snag. Maybe we will get to see Anubis tonight. I'm huffing the copium, I'll be honest. I said there was a chance of a 2-1. So put my money where my mouth is. Hopefully, we'll get to see that happen. As now FURIA taking a tactical timeout. They're actually having to stop for a moment and like.
That's impressive.
Yeah, they're sitting there like, guys, what is happening? How? What? So now, as they are able to buy in once again, we'll see what adaptations they maybe make into this next round. MIBR have been so steadfast in this defense, right? They're not too trigger happy on their rotations. They wait for information to come through. They're very coordinated. So FURIA are really going to have to try and break that line to get themselves in onto the side.
Been getting denied solidly so far. Yadina with the AWP holding down that banana position. This team on the side of FURIA are going to have to waste a lot of utility down banana. Same can be said for MIBR, though. They do use a lot. Udine is going to be going for the peak. Finds one. Going to have to duck out of dodge. I'm to do exactly that. kiiZaa hold on to this position. The utility dropped on over to her as well. Didn't quite catch which one it was. I imagine it would be a smoke, but uncertain. I'll be peeking out towards short. She's a little bit low on the kills at the moment, but she has been doing a lot of the dirty work. Let's see if this works out. Flash going to be coming through. They're going to be able to peek up in towards these apartments. Fantastic play. So well read. They could tell something was going on. FURIA had been too quiet for too long. Now they've only got 3 players to play with versus a full barrage of MIBR's roster. Awful long though. Is of the first kill. Catches Fuzzy off guard. Sends her flying off the back of the balcony. Eugene's going to be on site. She plays it slow. She could find a couple of kills. Gets the bomb holder, but not for too long. Now Eugene's last one left alive on site. Gets a no-scope. 1v1. Boyka knows where she is. Can see the barrel of the gun. It's going to be pushing in through this. 5-7's not going to be good enough. Does a lot of damage. The bomb is recovered. They can now go down, but they're going to be pushing very fast on this one. Look at the try and go for the kills, and they do exactly that. Really good round from MIBR. I am so impressed.
It's been rough for FURIA. The attempt at restabilizing has just not gone their way. MIBR definitely have FURIA's number right now. And Yadina, I have to keep saying it right. I know I spoke about her before the game started, and I know she was a little bit quiet in the first half, but here in the second half, she has honestly been instrumental. She's now pipped herself into top fragger on the server. She is literally putting MIBR in her backpack and dragging them through this match.
Super excited to see her carry on playing, and well, it was going to be a full barrage and rush over towards this B side, but you're going to get denied. They weren't carrying the right hole pass, so sent back in. MIBR looking down that position. kaah still alive, but not for how long. Fuzzy finds one, trying to go in for the trade. GaBi's going to be going down. Regina with the A1. Finds a lot of damage, but the bomb is tapped onto the site. She's got limited amount of bullets. 9 goes over the spray, hits nothing. China onto site, gets the kill. Bomb could be defused if they so wish, but they're going to have to take down Boyka to do so. Taps the bomb. Headshot could come out from this. Take 9, it does! On this angle as well, can't quite find that trade. It's going to be kaah from the sidelines. I mentioned early on, she's still alive. She goes back over towards long. Decides going for a bit of a backstab on these players. Looks to find one. Unfortunately, misses too many shots. A lot of damage, but no kill.
FURIA gets so close. So many rounds. Bearing in mind, that was a little bit of an eco coming through from them. They came into this with very, very little on the table, and they still managed to do a ton of damage. The problem is that on their rifle rounds, they're not getting the same results. They're not getting in onto site, and when they are, MIBR are doing a fantastic job of retaking, of cutting down those sight lines, and buddy system holding hands. MIBR are getting very close to evening out the scoreline. Yeah, FURIA haven't won a round in a hot minute, but they're able to buy in again. And this is where things could start to get a bit spicy. Udine still has the AWP in her hands, though, so I'm definitely leaning into MIBR for this round as well. I've just been really impressed with how much they've improved just from, like, the first half. Clearly, they're not a strong T-sided team on this map, and that's a very dangerous position to be in. You have to be strong on both sides, because if they maybe had 1 less round or 2 less rounds, they might not be able to pull through like they have. So if you can have a stronger first half, regardless of what side you're starting on, and I mean, this is basics, right? It's just that base level of, like, you need to have equal T and CT. And unfortunately, their T side hasn't been great, but their CT is making up for it.
And one of the things Hedger was going on about yesterday, or well, talking about rather, was how aggressive South American teams are on Inferno and a couple of the other maps. And so that's what you kind of go into and lean into, and what I had as an expectation on this map, and that if you don't get those early aggressive rounds, you're going to have a lot of a harder time. So going through the only 5 rounds, I was like, it's a little bit questionable given the meta for the South American teams. But in default, if you see like say in any other league, a team go through for 5 rounds, you'd be like, okay, that's fair enough. if you can have a strong CT side, you could definitely carry that through. It's going to be tighter, but it's not the worst. Like 5 is the minimum you want to go through with. So I don't know. It's definitely got legs on it, and the fact that they've managed to bring it up to this point is massive. I mean, 12 rounds on the ward. Last time they played this, they had, what was it, 5 rounds with 1 on the CT and 4 on the T.
Yeah.
Big differences. They have made mistakes, and I will criticize them for them, same as I'll criticize FURIA, which they have. They have been making a couple of mistakes here or there, but the rounds they have been losing as well have mainly been the likes of Udina just slapping them to the side.
Yeah, and that's another problem, right? Relying too heavily on the hero plays to come through. We take a look at what FURIA's players are putting on the board. You take a look at what MIBR's players are putting on the board. There's a clear lean to FURIA, but because Udina is doing so well, it's helping them out. It's helping keep them afloat.
A little bit of an update. Endgame versus LVR Esports is finished. They won 16-5.
On map 1.
On map 1, yeah.
Which is big.
Yeah, good start for them. They need to get those wins on the board. Dina playing aggressive here. Not as aggressive as Ka, but I'm sure she'll change that in a couple of seconds if she carries on pushing down. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of a tea house going on in apartments. Good stack here as well from the side of MIBR. Flashing going to be coming through. FURIA not going to be affected by at all. She's going to have to go big, and unfortunately is unable to find any kill. It's going to be kaahSENSEI over towards long, finds a kill, but it's going to be trades coming out. GaBi takes down China. 2v4. This is not looking good. Carl's got AWP as well. That's when you know they mean business. I don't see them being able to do this, but they have to play for it. They've got the money for the buy. Can't hold this angle. Should find this sweep. No, kaahSENSEI with the headshots. That's insane. One thing I will say, these players are on low HP. There is possibility kaahSENSEI's going to be playing very aggressive. Finds a headshot going in for the kill, but missing too many bullets. Falls, and they had so much potential. Just so many missed shots. It's going to unfortunately, well, land them in the deep end.
Much better round from FURIA. Great angles covered, right? You had that split coming through brackets and through apartments as well. They're able to pincer in. They know more or less where MIBR should be holding. And they're able to do a nice little cleanup. And this is kind of what we need to be seeing more of. They need to be more cognizant of what MIBR's setups are going to be. Ooh.
Spicy. You can tell now FURIA are going to be feeling very confident about this. Super confident. Taking down that player when you know she's been beast mode in it. Oh my god. Can't even got the wall bang onto kaahSENSEI. That is going to be annoying for them. FURIA could change the tide here. Finds the headshot, but unfortunately, the A4 is just not as good as the AK in any means. Unfortunately, when you get headshot by one, you do fall. Gabs are going to be down to 11 HP. 3v4. China has to play aggressive here. kaahSEI's going to have to go for the rotation, or at least follow up her teammate. Second best player so far to date on MIBR is in towards that pit position. She's going to have to go absolute god mode because she has no teammates near her whatsoever. If they don't check this spot, she could be in some luck, but they are all jumping out over towards that short position. They're not going to be giving her any leg room. This could be playing right into her advantage. Now going in for the spray, she finds one. Her position now documented and known. They can play in to try and find the kill and drop down onto her, but it's not going to be happening fast enough. Falls. Oh, what an absolute beast play. Now Boca, last one left alive in a 1v3. Just can't do anything. China comes up behind them, and what a play from MIBR.
Oh, to fumble it at map point. I say fumble it. I mean, this was, REGIANE, huge play here from her, holding it down, anchoring so solidly. That 3K, that's a top 5 play right there, if I do say so myself. Hint, hint.
You may say so yourself. What a fantastic round. I am impressed. That recovery, that position. A little bit of a mistake from FURIA's side, but
After losing Yadina so early, to still be able to recover, that is fantastic. That's a great look for MIBR.
Yeah, and I think that played into the mindset of FURIA, where they were like I was kind of saying when she died, is that they're going to be like, okay, we're filled with a little bit more confidence now. We've taken out their star player. Unfortunately, they didn't quite account for the second star player. They are going to get punished for it. So I'm wondering if they're going to be able to bring it back. If they can close this out now, they're going to be looking good. If they go through to the next round, it is going to be spicy. It's not going to be the best round for them. Yadina might well get flashed out here. Looking to push in. She's going to be able to find the first kill. Her teammate's going to be hiding in the corner, but she doesn't need any help. She finds two. Half the AK. Gets the kill on over towards long. Has to back off now. GaBi. It's a shot position. Is going to get shot down. What a perfectly placed player. FURIA holding out down that balcony position. But there's still two players left alive. It's not over. Gabs and Car over towards B, sitting in the smoke. Counting to 3. These are going to be in a good counter position. The smoke goes down from either side. The position's known. Trying to find the first kill. Going for the second one. There we go. 14 round on board as we go through to the final round of this, well, map, at least before overtime.
Yeah, final round of regulation. Yadina hunting down that 30 bomb. So, of course, she's going to be trying to drag that into overtime so she can secure that and maybe a little bit more for herself as well. She's really come alive in this second half. First half was a bit wobbly, but she's picked it up fantastically. She's been an absolute linchpin. FURIA on a very, very broken buy have to put so much into this to try to win out this round.
Decent nade. Going to be delivering some damage. Not crazy amount. 25 damage to the players. Dina's going to be holding this AWP position on towards long. Smoke's going to be coming out towards her. She chucks down a molly, looking to delay their push. It's going to be doing a lot of damage. Does delay the core bulk of the team. Carl did make it through, but, well, took the damage and unfortunately going to be giving up that long position anyway. And they're going to be heading back over towards B, where we do have kiza and China looking to hold on towards this B site. Against the full barrage of FURIA's players, I think it's going to be difficult. There is a smoke that's going to be coming out perfectly well read. Secondary smoke is still on them at the moment. The shot through the smoke, unfortunately not going to connect. It was so close. Waiting for the smoke to dissipate right now. Flash going to be coming through. Looking to go for the denial. Multiple players flash as they go through the smoke. They're just playing aggressive. They find the first kill. Now kiza's going to be the last one left alive on site. She has to play for time. She's realized she can't play full aggressive on there. Still going to be holding fairly tight over towards coffins at the moment. Gabs has got very low HP. Tries to cross. She's going to get dropped. Kiza's going to hold this position. She's going to have the information that they've not gone over. She knows one's jumped up. She should have this spot. Speed. Sees one over towards that banana position. Gets the damage in. Yadina playing aggressive. The AWP peeking around the corner. Kiza at the same time going to be peeking in. Yadina goes down, but the trade's going to be coming in hard and fast. Never mind. The teaser looking absolutely fantastic. Up until this point, a player jumps in, gets one, but can't quite do it. That is going to be a GG. Well played. Last moment clutch. They finally decided to go for that 5-stack over towards B, and it worked out.
Oh, man. I was freaking out towards the end of that round on a broken buy. FURIA